Hey guys, this is Nick coming to you with yet another Infinity Kingdom video. And this one and the next one will be a two-part video on a topic that has been a comment asked in the YouTube channel and also in game, which is comparing YSS and Charles. So in the first video, we're going to look at the pros and cons of YSS. And in the second video, it's going to be Charles' turn, pros and cons. And at the end, we're also going to give you our opinion on who I think is the best between YSS and Charles. So without any further ado, let's start with the pros and cons for YSS. Let's start by looking at the skills. So the skill is very simple, straightforward. Once it goes off, it's going to apply a protection area that will protect, well, actually will reduce the damage that your team is going to receive by 30% for 6 seconds. So now why that is such a good skill? First, it's all damage received. So anything thrown at your team will be reduced by 30%. Two, 6 seconds is not too long, not too short, but it is a decent time. Given a lot of the team are going to have either energy regen, speed. If you're playing with Himiko, it's always good. If you're playing with Ken, it's always good. With Alex, a little bit less. But 6 of them is not too bad. Two, one other thing that is really good about the skill is, other than reducing his energy or stunning him, once this skill goes off, nothing will cancel his skill. So when it goes off, no matter what the enemy team brings to the battle, it will not be affected. The 30% damage reduction will be in play for your entire team. So that is one aspect of a skill that is extremely good in the game. Then you can also look at how you get him in the first place. He is extremely easy at the moment to obtain and max. You don't need to put any money in the game to actually unlock him. You can simply unlock him from the golden path. I can show you because it's currently in the off season, but in the shop, you can see here you have YSS. You can buy him 5 times per season, and you can also buy the random shard to get a chance of getting him as well. Plus, you can also get the artifact, which is here. We'll get back to the artifact shortly. But on top of that, you can also get him in the Philostone. He is here. And you can also get him from the King of the Hill boxes. I would say the easiest way to get him, at least unlock him, is from the Golden Path or these King of the Hill boxes. He is also going to be available through the Random Immortal Fragment Shard. So you can get lucky and get him from here as well. So no need to put any money to unlock him, and he is very easy to max. As a tank, as any other tank, I would say, you need him around spec 6 for him to be effective. At 5, I wouldn't mind using him. But anything lower than that, you're starting to lose quite a bit of PvP effectiveness. And when you look at a tank, I would say 5, 6 is the threshold to be used. Then another pros is the fact that he is cavalry. Especially if you're looking at a immortal like Alex, if you pair with Alex, he is also cavalry. So that will make your academy research extremely easy. You are going to focus on cavalry and bowman. These are the two main academy research that you only need to focus on, and you're going to get a max team quickly having 2 cavalry and 2 bowmen in your team. Overall, also as a immortal, YSS is extremely flexible. As you can see in the skill, he does not need to be in a earth team to give that skill effectiveness. As long as he is on the battlefield, no matter what he is paired with, this skill will go off. It will give 30 less percent damage to the whole team. Nothing is required for this skill to go off. And also, when you look at his base stats, you can see that the energy regen is at 95.2, which is really good. If you look at other things, the one that we're going to compare them with, Charles is only at 76, so 20 points lower, which is quite a bit. If you look at other tank, 92, 84, 84, 84. So you see that 95.2 for YSS, it's actually very high for a tank. So that is also a very good pro. So that means his skill will go off more often than Charles. Then let's move on to the cons of YSS. Well, we just talked about the troop type cavalry is a pros, but it can also be a con because when it comes to having two troop type of cavalry in the front row, it's going to be heavier on your training ground when you fight. You're going to need a lot more cavalry. So you're going to have to double train cavalry instead of using, example, shieldmen, and cavalry at the same time. It's easier on your training ground. The artifact is a con as well, reason being that it is a lot harder to obtain than the normal artifact, for example, Charles. So this one is going to be in an event that you can spend and then use pearls to obtain. I don't know if we're going to have it here. I think we're going to have it, yeah. So this one here, you're going to be able to get the special artifact for YSS, but it is still overall harder to get. And you can also get it from the golden path, but it's quite expensive when you get it from the golden path. So the artifact is a con, being solely the fact that it's harder to get, but not actually only that. When you look at what it provides as a special artifact for YSS, it's going to increase the healing by 30%. Healing by 30% is very good. However, given the fact that a lot of current meta team is running Quinn or Can for healing cut, well, this extra artifact, the special artifact, the 30% increase healing is very easily negated. So it is a special artifact. It can bring a lot of good value, but it's most of the time just completely negated by Quinn and Can. All right, so this wraps up the YSS video on its pros and cons. Stay tuned for the next video, which will be Charles' pros and cons and the comparison at the end. I'll give you my opinion if I think Charles or YSS is the best option for you. Thanks for watching. See you soon.